Hello students, welcome to chemistry online classes. Thermodynamics lesson is going on and Hess law problems we are solving. So in previous video I have given you homework one problem. Let us see first answer for that problem. Check your answers. I hope you have done the homework. See the things. Standard enthalpies of formation of ethanol, water and carbon dioxide are given. So you have to write the equations for formation of ethanol, water, carbon dioxide. Okay, so that equations I have written and the respective values I have written front. Okay, next thing. Calculate the enthalpy of combustion of ethyl alcohol. Ethyl alcohol is nothing but ethanol. Okay, its combustion you have to find out enthalpy. So write down the equation for combustion of ethanol. Then you will get this equation, its combustion value we have to find out. So students, what changes are necessary to do? Here, how to do the changes, see that. Whose enthalpy value we have to find out? Start from its reactant. Here is ethanol. Then search for ethanol. On reactant side, you did not get the ethanol. But you can see that ethanol is there on product side. So first equation you should reverse. Because ethanol we want on reactant side. It is present on product side. So reverse the first equation. So this I have highlighted. You should write this very properly. Reverse first equation. Next. Then don't check oxygen because oxygen is present in every equation. Go for next 2 carbon dioxide on product side. When I check, I got carbon dioxide here in third equation, but it is 1 carbon dioxide. We want 2. So multiply third equation by 2. Next, 3 waters, product side. Check on product side, water is there. But we want 3 water, so multiply second equation by 3. After doing respective changes, first equation I reverse, second equation I multiplied by 3 and third equation I multiplied by 2 and I wrote the equations. Okay. When we are reversing this equation, you should reverse its sign also. It is minus, it should become plus. This is according to Lavoisier and Laplace law. The law states that whenever the thermochemical equation is reversed, then its value changes its sign. Next, multiply equation along with this value by 3. Multiply equation along with its value by 2. So I multiplied. Okay. Common things cancel out and write the things. I got the same equation whatever was here. Same equation I got by cancelling the things. Now this value, first value I reversed and wrote. Next values I multiply by 3 multiplied by 2. Calculations do, you will get this answer. Check your answer. Your answer should be minus 1366.4 kilojoule per mole. Students, here one thing. In case of oxygen you may feel difficulty. How to do, just see once. Reactant side, how many oxygens are there? 3 by 2 oxygen and 2 oxygen. Okay. And product side, how many oxygens are there? Half oxygen is there. So we should cancel how? Now I have cancelled like this. This half oxygen I cancelled with here. 3 by 2 oxygen means how many oxygens? 3 by 2. 3 by 2 means total 1.5. Correct? 3 by 2 means 1.5. Half cancelled with half. Left is 1. 1.5 was there. 0.5 is cancelled. 0.5 means half. So left is 1. So I wrote only 1 here. And finally in equation I wrote 1 plus 2 total 3 oxygens. Anyhow you can cancel. Finally here only half oxygen gets cancelled. Remaining 3 oxygens you should write as it is. Okay, and you should get this answer. I hope you might have got the answer. Let us solve one more problem based on Hess law. Okay students, let us start solving next problem based on Hess law. What problem is given? See, I hope you are having interest to solve Hess law problems. Enthalpies of formation of. Only one problem is given in NCERT, but still we are for practice. Yesterday 3 solved. Okay, so we are solving at least 5-6 will solve. So that practice should be there and you will not go wrong in the exam. Uh, question given is enthalpies of formation of carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, N2O, N2O4. For 4 compounds are forming, their enthalpy values are given. So let us first write down the equations for all our formation, enthalpies of formation. All formations are there. Let us write down the equations. Formation of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is forming, take it 1. So carbon graphite plus oxygen we want single, so half O2 I wrote. Next, carbon dioxide. Formation of carbon dioxide. Next, N2O. Okay. Equations make practice to write. Next, N2O4. Okay, next, values are given. All values are formation values. I am writing. See here, generally we will write for carbon dioxide minus 393.5, but here given minus 393. Write whatever value is given. Don't do changes on yourself. Okay, along with signs, write down the values properly. All these values are in kilojoule per mole. Next step. Respectively, you should write the values. Find the value of. Equation is directly given. Whose value you have to find out? That equation is directly given. Just write down that equation. Okay. Now see students, its delta H value we have to find out for this equation. What changes we should do? I will highlight the things. Once again make the practice how I am doing the things. See here, I will start with N2O4 is my reactant. I will search for N2O4 on reactant side. But I did not get N2O4 here. In this 4 equation, N2O4 is not there on reactant side. But it is surely there on product side. So what I will do? I will reverse this equation. Okay, because we want N2O4 on reactant side, we will reverse this equation. Next, 3 carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide also I did not get here, but it is there on product side. So I must reverse this. Okay, I am writing, I will reverse this equation, but only 1 carbon monoxide is there. We need 3. So multiply by 3 also and reverse also. First equation, multiply by 3 also, reverse also. Next, N2O is here as it is present. Next, 3 carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is there, I should multiply by 3. Okay. So by doing respective changes, I will do these respective changes. I will write down all equations once again. Common things I will cancel out and I will tell you the answer. Okay. You also start solving, students. Okay, students, here. Okay, all equations already we wrote for formation. Next, respective changes I did. Reversed and multiplied by 3 for first equation. Second equation multiplied by 3. Third equation kept as it is. Fourth equation just only reversed. Whatever changes they are told, that changes I have done here. Same changes did in the value. First was negative, it became positive because it is reverse, multiplied by 3 also. Next multiplied by 3. Next as it is, and fourth equation only change the sign because fourth equation is only reverse. When you will add all these, then you will get answer minus 777.7, minus 777.7 kilojoules per mole. This answer you should get. This is the value for this equation. Okay. So let us take one problem for homework. Okay students, see here, this question take for homework, make solve, then in next video I will tell the answer for this. See here, enthalpy of formation of water is given, write equation for formation of water, value is given. Next, enthalpies of combustion of ethene and ethane, formulas I wrote here. Ethene means what, ethane means what. Okay, I have written, see here, both undergoes combustion, values are written, write down the equations for the same. Next, calculate the enthalpy of reaction for hydrogenation of ethyne to ethene. For this reaction you have to find out enthalpy value. Now students, hydrogenation of ethyne to ethene, how will you write the equation? I will just tell you this. Hydrogenation means addition of hydrogen. Addition of hydrogen is hydrogenation. Of ethyne. Ethyne means C2H2. C2H2. Hydrogenation is addition of hydrogen. Hydrogenation of ethyne to ethene. To form ethene. Like this you should understand. Okay. So for this equation you should find out, calculate enthalpy for this reaction. Okay. So students, do this homework. In next video I will tell the answer. Let us start with today's video's topic, Born-Haber's cycle. Yes students, let us start with Born-Haber's cycle. This is main topic and very important. Okay. Again for 5 marks question will be asked. Explain Born-Haber's cycle. Okay. So students, first understand the concept of Born-Haber cycle. Previously in one video when we were going through all the enthalpy values, that time I have told you about Born-Haber cycle in short. So this was when lattice enthalpy was taught to you. So students, remember that enthalpy of lattice or lattice enthalpy cannot be calculated by doing a direct experiment. If experiment is performed, it's not possible directly by doing experiment to find out the lattice enthalpy. Lattice enthalpy is calculated for ionic compounds. This is I have taught you when we saw the enthalpy of lattice. Then lattice enthalpy is always calculated for anionic compounds, and by direct experiment it is not possible to calculate it. So one indirect method is used for calculation of lattice enthalpy. So that is indirect method is by Born-Haber cycle. What is there in Born-Haber cycle? Again this is based on Hess law. So after Hess law I have taken this topic. What Hess law tells? The total enthalpy changes always remains constant. That it is irrespective of number of steps involved in that reaction. Same things you can see in Born-Haber cycle. So meaning or significance, first understand that Born-Haber cycle is used to calculate lattice enthalpy. Because by direct experiment we cannot calculate lattice enthalpy. An indirect method is used. In this indirect method, diagram is drawn and various steps are written, and then lattice enthalpy of that particular anionic compound is calculated. So here we'll calculate and we'll understand Born-Haber cycle, how calculates lattice enthalpy by taking ionic compound NaCl. NaCl is made up of ions Na plus and Cl minus, so it is called as ionic compound. So let us see what I have written. It is impossible to determine lattice enthalpy of an anionic compound directly doing an experiment. So we use an indirect method. In that indirect method, we construct an enthalpy diagram. An enthalpy diagram is constructed, which is called as Born-Haber cycle. Okay. Now, how is this Born-Haber cycle? In how many steps it takes place? Let us understand. And how by using Born-Haber cycle we can calculate the lattice enthalpy. So, let us calculate lattice enthalpy whose of ionic solid NaCl. NaCl ionic solids lattice enthalpy we are going to calculate. So, I have written here how NaCl is formed, that equation. Sodium is a metal, so written solid. In NaCl we want only one Cl, so chlorine molecule is taken half because we want only one Cl and it forms NaCl solid. So here I have written value for this. Delta H of formation, F means for formation. NaCl is forming and for that enthalpy change taking place is minus 411.2. Enthalpy of formation can be positive or negative. Okay. Generally it will be negative, but it can be positive in some cases. So here minus sign is written. Okay. So for this reaction, when NaCl is forming, enthalpy change is minus 411.2 kilojoules per mole. Now we have to find out lattice enthalpy. Okay. So for ionic compound NaCl, this Born-Haber cycle takes place in 5 steps. Steps understand, friends. Born-Haber cycle takes place in 5 steps. Step wise I will write because 5 marks question will be asked, and that way they also expect from you these 5 steps. So first step is ionization, not ionization, sublimation. See here. Sodium is in solid state because it is metal. This sodium solid metal is first converted into sodium gas. As solid is directly getting converted into gas, this process is called as sublimation. Okay, solid directly getting converted into gas. So I have written here sublimation. Equation I will write. Sodium is solid, see here. It is getting converted into sodium gas. Understood properly? Process is called as sublimation. Sublimation of solid sodium metal into gaseous sodium atom. Okay. During this process, now which enthalpy is this? This process is sublimation. So I will write this is sublimation enthalpy. This is sublimation enthalpy. Enthalpy change is sublimation during the process of sublimation. When sodium solid gets converted to gas, sublimation process takes place. Enthalpy change taking place is 108.4 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Of course, you know that when solid is converted to gas, heat is supplied, heat is required. After heating only solid can get converted into gas. As heat is absorbed, reaction is endothermic, and that's why value I have written is positive. Okay, let us move towards step 2. Now this sodium is converted into gas, but to form NaCl, we don't want Na, we want Na plus, because sodium chloride is an ionic solid. We want Na plus, but we are having only Na. Okay, so let us convert this Na into Na plus. And students, you know very well how to convert Na into Na plus. When sodium will donate one electron, it will get positive charge. Okay, so second step is ionization of gaseous sodium atom into positive ion. Okay, how it is done? See here, students. Sodium is gas. It is converted into positively charged ion when it will lose one electron. Okay, this process is called as ionization. Why? Atom is converted into ion. As ion is forming, process is called as ionization. Enthalpy involved is ionization enthalpy. Okay, here I will write enthalpy involved is ionization enthalpy. Delta ionization, I will write ion. For ionization of Na into Na plus, again energy is required. Why energy is required? Because ionization means what? Removal of electron. We have to remove electron against the force of attraction by the nucleus. And you are for you already in third lesson, ionization enthalpy concept is very clear. Amount of energy required to remove outermost electron is called as ionization enthalpy, and ionization enthalpy values are always positive values. Okay. Second step is over. Let us move towards third step. I hope students first two steps are very clear. Solid is converted into gas. Why gas? Because NaCl ionic compound formation is going on. We want sodium, but in solid state arrangement of atoms is very compact. Okay, so separating sodium is not possible. We want one sodium, but sodium is solid state, very compact arrangement. Atoms will be very close to each other. It's not possible to take one atom. So first sodium solid is converted into sodium gas. In gaseous states, atoms will go far away from each other, and we can isolate, we can separate an atom. So always first solid phase is converted to gaseous whenever isolation of any atom is required. Okay. So one atom is removed, first converted to solid to gas, then gas is converted into ion. Okay. By removal of positive ion, by removal of electron. Okay. Last third step. Okay, now sodium is ready. Sodium positively charged gaseous ion is present. Now we want negatively charged chlorine. Okay. Then let us take this dissociation of chlorine molecule into chlorine atom. See student, because Cl2 is a molecule, we want only one atom. We want only one Cl, that is atom. So we should dissociate this molecule. So chlorine We want only one chlorine gas. Already chlorine is gas, so no need to convert into gas. Already it is present in gas. Sodium was in solid, so first it converted into gas. Chlorine is already gas. We want only one, so dissociation took place. Enthalpy involved is enthalpy of dissociation. Okay, students. Now again to dissociate, energy is required. So here this value is also positive value. You have to remember these values, especially for Born-Haber cycle. For sublimation, how much heat is required? For ionization, how much is required? Then for now dissociation, again 121 kilojoules per mole of heat is required. Now all these things are over. Next, Na plus is gas, but Cl is only gas. We don't want Cl, we want Cl minus. So let us convert Cl gas into Cl minus gas. How Cl will get converted into Cl minus? That is chloride ion. Then you know that whenever any atom will accept electron, gain electron, then it will get negative charge. So what I will write now? Step 4. Electron gain enthalpy. Electron is gained or accepted by chlorine atom. Electron is gained or accepted by chlorine atom to convert into chloride ion. Cl. Chlorine gas is there, it will accept one electron. Accepting converts it into chloride ion. Okay, like this we will get negatively charged chloride. Now we are having, see student, we are having positively charged sodium in gaseous, negatively charged chloride in gaseous. Now both can combine to form ionic solid. Okay, so now electron is gained, and electron gain enthalpy, what is taught to you? Whenever any electron is gained or accepted, that enthalpy is called as electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. And electron gain enthalpy values are always negative values, because when any electron is gained or accepted, then some amount of energy will be released. So values will be always negative, exothermic. Okay. So what I should write the value? Which is this electron gain enthalpy. So I am writing EGE, electron gain enthalpy value. For chlorine, you must write the unit kilojoule per mole. Okay. Why negative value understood? Because electron gain enthalpy is always negative. Okay, now last step we'll write step 5. What is step 5, students? Of course, Na plus gas combines with Cl minus gas. So I will write compact or close packing. Close packing of Na plus and Cl minus to form NaCl solid ionic compound. Okay, close packing will take place. So I will write final equation as Na plus combines with Cl minus finally, and like this NaCl, salt in our home, is solid. So every time I am writing NaCl into bracket physical status solid. Na plus combines with Cl minus and forms NaCl solid. Okay, this. Now ionic compound is formed. This enthalpy is called as lattice enthalpy. So this we have to find out. This is here lattice enthalpy. how much is lattice enthalpy, that we have to find out. What purpose of Born-Haber cycle is that only. This is the diagram which is, or this is a cycle which is constructed to find out lattice enthalpy of an ionic compound. Here ionic compound we have taken is NaCl. Now this lattice enthalpy we have to find out. When a lattice is forming, that enthalpy is called as lattice enthalpy. Okay, so let us find out that. Okay, steps, all 5 steps you should write exactly. Explanation, equation, which enthalpy, sublimation enthalpy, ionization enthalpy, dissociation enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, and lattice enthalpy. Finally, I will write, students, that okay, so this reaction which we wrote at the starting, this is the main reaction. This reaction can take place in this one step, or it may take place in these 5 steps. Okay, so in both cases, Hess law states what? Whether the reaction takes place in one step or reaction takes place in many steps, enthalpy always remains constant. So whatever enthalpy is this, minus 411.2, this much enthalpy is required for formation of ionic compound NaCl. Okay, so that will be same when we will add these 5. After adding all these 5 also, we should get the same answer, because finally enthalpy will remain constant. So what I will write, students, here, delta here, H of formation, here, delta H of formation, whose formation? NaCl. This value is always equal to all these 5 values together. So all these 5 values I will write. I will write one by one. Here, sublimation plus ionization plus dissociation plus electron gain enthalpy plus lattice enthalpy. Okay, this formation is always equal to enthalpies involved in these 5 steps. I have told you already, students, A converted to D, one step. That answer must be equal to A to B, B to C, C to D. It takes place in 3 steps. That total also becomes equal to 1 step. So here one step answer, how much enthalpy is required for formation, that must be equal to all these 5 enthalpies together. Which 5? Sublimation, ionization enthalpy, dissociation, electron gain enthalpy, because electron is gained, accepted, and lastly lattice enthalpy. Let us substitute the values, students. Okay, for formation what value was there? Minus now this value must be negative. Okay, next, this lattice enthalpy we have to find out. Students, remember that lattice enthalpy is also negative. Generally lattice enthalpy value is also negative. So negative sign I have written. Okay, now all values are known. Do calculations and you can find out lattice enthalpy. How to find out, student, lattice enthalpy? I will do one thing. Lattice enthalpy is having negative sign. We will take that lattice enthalpy on this side. So I will write here delta for lattice enthalpy is equal to, this negative sign is there, it will go on this side, it will become positive, plus upside all values And students, when you will do calculations, you please do the calculations. and after doing calculations you should get the value, and you should write the unit kilojoule per mole. Okay. (788 kilojoule per mole). This much is lattice enthalpy. Whose lattice enthalpy? For ionic compound NaCl. Like this you should calculate. So student, in Born-Haber cycle you should remember how to write these 5 steps, values involved in 5 steps, okay, and then apply Hess law. Born-Haber cycle is based on Hess law. Write the values correctly, and if you will do calculations you will get exact value, positive value 788 kilojoule per mole. Okay, so this is the value, and this is how lattice enthalpy of ionic solid NaCl is calculated. Students, question will be asked for 5 marks, 5 steps, all these calculations as it is you should write, plus as it is called as Born-Haber cycle, you should show that cycle how to draw. So I will draw the cycle now. Till that, write down this correctly. Student, let us see representation of Born-Haber cycle is how done. First equation, whatever we have seen, it was sodium was solid plus this was equation for formation of ionic compound NaCl. It is formed from sodium solid plus half chlorine. Chlorine is always in gas form, and NaCl solid ionic compound is formed. Cycle how to draw, see. Whatever 5 steps we have written, we have seen now, that only 5 steps how to show to make a cycle. See now. Any solid is first done what? We know that first that sodium solid is converted into sodium gas. Because in gaseous state only we can separate the atom. So sublimation. It is sublimation enthalpy, and by that sodium converted to sodium gas. Solid to direct gas, so the process is called as sublimation. After sodium is converted into gas, we want sodium not as Na. We want it in ionic form. So what is done next step? Sodium is converted as Na plus gas. Ionization enthalpy. It is called as enthalpy involved is ionization enthalpy. Why it is called as ionization enthalpy, students? Because Na gets converted into Na plus by loss of electron. Energy required to remove electron is called as ionization enthalpy. 2 steps over. Next, moving towards chlorine. We don't want complete Cl2 molecule. We want only one Cl. Okay, it is already gas. We want only one. So this is called as dissociation enthalpy. This will get by dissociation enthalpy. Okay. After chlorine gets converted to gas, next step, chlorine is gas. We don't want Cl gas. We want chloride ion. This is called as chloride ion. How will get that? By gaining an electron. Electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy, student, it is also called as electron affinity. Okay, like this we are now having Na ion form, Cl ion form, both are in same state. Okay, till yet understood? Now both will combine, so I will just put a plus sign. Both will combine, and then both together it will form NaCl solid. Okay, and when they will combine, this is lattice enthalpy. Okay, so this is how Born-Haber cycle is represented. here you should end up that this sequence of steps for formation of ionic compound NaCl is called Born-Haber cycle. Okay, student. So today's topic of Born-Haber cycle is over. So all things should be written exactly. Students, one problem from NCERT 5.6 related to internal energy change was missed. So let us finish that problem. Friends, see this problem related to enthalpy time only I should finish this. So see the problem. A swimmer coming out from a pool. Swimmer coming out from swimming pool is covered with a film of water. Of course, on his body, film of water is there, and that water film has weight of 18 gram. Immediately looking 18 gram, repeatedly I am telling you students, whenever weight is given, in gram weight is given, means you should understand that it is related to number of moles. And that too for water, how much weight is given? 18 gram. And water's molecular mass is also 18 gram. Okay. So here understand that swimmer is coming out from swimming pool, on his body film of water is there, and that water's weight is 18 gram. How much heat must be supplied for evaporation of that water? So calculate internal energy of vaporization. We have to find out internal energy of vaporization. At how much? At 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. So here 100 degrees Celsius internal energy we have to find out for vaporization. What do you mean by vaporization, students? So equation I can write as water is liquid and it should be get converted into gas. This process is called as vaporization. And of course we know that vaporization takes place at 100 degrees Celsius. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. So vaporization takes place at that temperature. Okay, so this temperature I can convert into Kelvin by adding 273. So it becomes 373 Kelvin. Vaporization is taking place at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. They have told convert this temperature into Kelvin. We have to find out internal energy, means we have to find out internal energy change actually taking place when water is getting converted into vapor. How much water? 18 gram of water. So student, 18 gram is given. So first I will convert gram into moles. Number of moles N is equal to, of course you know the formula, mass by molecular mass. Mass is given 18 gram. Molar mass is also 18 gram for water and number of moles becomes 1. Okay. We have to find out internal energy change during this process. What is our formula? Okay. Which formula should be used? Hint will be always in the problem itself. What is given here, students? Delta H value is given. Delta H for vaporization for water at same temperature 373 is 40.66 kilojoule per mole. Value of delta H is given. Internal energy is asked. So remember the formula in which delta H is also there and internal energy change, that is delta U is also there. Internal energy will represent by symbol U. So such a formula is delta H for vaporization, U plus nRT. Okay, I hope you remember this formula. We have derived two formulas when I taught you changing enthalpy. Delta H is equal to delta U plus PV, P delta V, or delta H is equal to delta U plus delta nRT. So let us write now values. Vaporization value is given, but it is given in kilojoules. Friends, see here correctly. Kilojoules given. Convert into joules. So I will get I wrote this, converted this value into joules by multiplying by 1000. Vaporization, this is what I have to find out. Plus nRT value, N number is 1, number of moles 1, R value 8.314 joule per Kelvin per mole, and temperature is of course 373. Okay students, here calculation part I will do. For calculation part I will take delta U value this side. So calculation C student. I should multiply this three 3101.12 I got. Once students, I will do the calculations. Students, this is what answer we got for internal energy. It is in joules. Okay. So solve the problem properly. You also do the calculations properly. Formula is very easy. So see you students in next video with the last topic I guess. Okay. Mostly in next video we'll finish the lesson. Keep working.